Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to another short episode of HFoG's Rides. I thought I'd really quick check in and give you all a little bit of an update. First and most importantly, hopefully you will notice a serious improvement in the audio quality in episodes from now on. I have upgraded my audio equipment. I have a brand new, better quality microphone encased in a lovely little windshield that hopefully will cut down some of the wind noise from the helmet, and hopefully you will notice some significant audio improvements. It's something I've been meaning to do for a long time. I know the last episode's audio was particularly bad. Part of that was because I was using that Sena Bluetooth microphone. I love the Sena product, I really do. For phone calls and for listening to music in the headphone and whatnot, and listening to music in the helmet, it is fantastic. It's one of the best products on the market for that. But the microphone's meant for phone calls. It's not meant for high quality audio recording. And while it does a fantastic job of the phone calls catching your voice, it doesn't get any engine noise. It doesn't, or it gets very little engine noise. And it does pick up wind a little bit, although not as bad as it might. It's intended to just isolate your voice, and it's not intended to isolate your voice in high fidelity. It's intended to isolate your voice suitable for making phone calls or for doing helmet communication, which it does a superior job at, don't get me wrong, but it's really not vlogging quality stuff. So I decided to take the scenic route to work here. I'm riding down along the Kirkland waterfront. That's Lake Washington over there, and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. University of Washington is out that way. So Sandpoint, University of Washington, places like that. This is a rather upscale neighborhood of Kirkland right here, just along the waterfront, and it's very popular with 20-somethings and folks that don't have families, folks that like to be within walking distance of restaurants and some semblance of a beach. It's not much of a beach, but it's okay. It's a beautiful ride anyway. The downside is this road can get a little bit crowded. Other news, I have a Smooth Q gimbal on the way. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. A nice steady gimbal for the iPhone. Hopefully that can result in some fun shots in some that might make their way into some future HFoG's Rides episodes. We will see. Mostly I got it because I got a family vacation coming up, and I thought, I wanted to play around with it. And the Smooth Q isn't quite as nice as the Osmo Mobile, the DJI Osmo Mobile. Not quite as nice as that. It's lacking a few features that the Osmo has, but it's pretty darn close. And it costs about 60% of what the Osmo Mobile costs. So I thought, for $130, how can you go wrong? Oh, the other thing we probably had to talk about is this rear-facing camera that I'm using. Hey there. That's something I picked up a while ago, but until recently I hadn't really had a good opportunity to use. It's not the best camera. It's actually, it's, in case you care, it's what's called I think it's called a bullet cam. That's not the brand. I can't remember the brand. I'll put the brand on the screen here if anybody cares. It's a bullet cam that's made specifically for motorcycles. I keep it mounted on the bike at all times. I usually keep it on that GoPro mount up there on the rear view mirror on the right hand side. It films in 1080p, and it's reasonably good quality, but it's really meant as a dash cam. And I've got it wired up into the harness here so that whenever I turn the bike on, it turns on and it just records in a loop. The recording quality is actually surprisingly good for what is effectively a cheap dash cam. So surprisingly good quality, but it's not quite GoPro quality, as you can probably tell. Still, kind of nice. And now I added a couple extra RAM mounts on the bike. Yeah, so I've got a RAM mount over here for the Garmin. I've got a RAM mount here for the phone. And I got a RAM mount over here for this camera if I want to put in a rear-facing camera, or maybe put in a second GoPro. Maybe I'll upgrade my GoPro at some point. One thing that GoPro has that the Bullet Cam over here doesn't have, GoPro has a significantly better ecosystem for all of their products. So, yeah, a little bit better support than this, basically, effectively no-name, I think it's a Korean or Chinese import Bullet Cam. It does have audio, but the audio quality is pretty poor. It's really good enough for something like to use in, to record audio from an accident or the scene of an accident. Somebody's leaning over you while you're flat on your back on the side of the road and talking to you, then it'll capture that. But the audio from this thing is not nearly good enough that I'm going to want to use it in a vlog. Okay, we're going to go around these guys. Much better. Oh, yeah. Whew. All right, well, we're coming into Bellevue, which means that my commute this morning is almost over, and I'm on time, which I was worried about back in Kirkland because the traffic's a little bit worse than it normally would be. Let me know what you think of the new audio setup. Does this sound as good to you as it sounds to me? And if you have any other suggestions for things that I could do, let me know. If you have any suggestions of places you'd like to see me film, places you'd like to see me ride, let me know. I'm always looking for a good place to ride. One of my favorite things to do on a weekend is go get myself lost somewhere and take in some of the beautiful scenery here. So anyway, that is all I have for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this and you will tune in. Like and subscribe and all of that usual stuff. And I will talk to you all next time on Fog's Rides. Goodbye, guys.